Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So you're not going crazy. If you are watching the replay, I actually had to do this a little earlier because um I had plans and I totally forgot to update the announcement. So I'm sorry for not changing the time. And I already shuffled the cards so that we can do this, just get straight into it. Today is February 4th, 2023, day 15 on the 40-day journey. And today in the sky, we have Venus square Mars, and we are one day away from this full moon in Leo. And there's so much to say about the full moon in Leo, which I'll go into deeper tomorrow. And maybe we can even do a little ritual together. And I uploaded a little short about the full moon in Leo. It's very, very exciting and potent energy, and the potential for change and quick change is there. So the two cards that I pulled again the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant. And I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago that I pulled the 10 of Cups. And I really think collectively we are all going after our happiness. We are all going from victims surviving to then thriving. I really do believe we are going after our heart's desires, which is what this full moon in Leo is all about, and really living in our authenticity. The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, which Uranus is in Taurus, and this is breakthrough, this is aha. Sure, there's a shadow side to Uranus, which is change that it's like you can either be proactive about change or have the universe change it for you through divine intervention. And so we always want to be proactive and change in our own time versus being surprised by it later on. So I love the Hierophant because this is a card about beliefs. It's about teaching. It's about sharing your knowledge with others, but also in the Angelus Arian Tarot Handbook, I love what it says in the description of this card, which is we go through initiations in life, we go through challenges in life, but those initiations and obstacles are meant to show us who we really are. And that's really what's happening in the sky right now. And at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Materials. And this card is all about scarcity and lack mentality. And I think a lot of us are trying to heal this right now, Uranus and Taurus, trying to break free of our own past, of the memories of our past, and really going after what it is that our hearts desire. So just keep your faith up, keep your hope up, keep doing your daily rituals. And yeah, today's day 15. We're officially in week 2. Week 3, oh my gosh, week 3, days 15 to 21, healing our beliefs. And I just love the timing of this because we are starting this week with this full moon in Leo. And then after the full moon in Leo, we'll be in a disseminating moon phase, which is a waning phase, which is all about releasing. So I'm just going to read this little paragraph here. We have set our sights on our new reality and placed ourselves in alignment with our desires. This week is all about going inward and doing a complete inventory of our belief systems, conscious and unconscious, as well as our fears and anxieties, the trauma we have carried through our family lineage, and any other limitations that may be holding us back. On day 21, we will perform a ritual of release that will free us and encourage us to move forward in joy and wholeness. So today is day 15, honoring the past. History is not the past, it is the present. We carry our history with us. We are our history, by James Baldwin. I am not your Negro. So the reason why things like The Secret and Ask and It Is Given and all of these law attraction techniques might not work is because there's a crucial step before you employ these law of attraction techniques, which is healing your past, healing your beliefs, and transmuting those things to going forward, because we cannot ignore what happened to us. We cannot heal what we don't acknowledge. Okay. And that's spiritually bypassing, when you just like say everything's okay, everything's fine. And meanwhile, you don't feel fine, you don't feel safe, you don't feel a sense of alignment within. And that's why I also believe, like, before affirmations, before mirror work, there is a step of knowing where these triggers come from, knowing where these feelings come from. So this is all about like looking back at the past and tracing back, like just keep asking yourself, why? Why do I have scarcity mindset? Why do I get so triggered when I open up my bank statement? Why does my body like curl up? Why do I get afraid of money? Why am I afraid of money? And that stuff can be from your personal experience, your past lives, and the your ancestors, intergenerational trauma. And I think we are all collectively moving through scarcity mindset because of the South Node in Scorpio and the North Node in Taurus. That axis is all about safety and security and about money and power. So this week we are taking a journey down into your underworld. Fun. So South Node in Scorpio, by the way. Metaphorically, of course. If you've never done this kind of work before, I am here supporting you. I am sending you love energy right now. And because energy moves through time and space, just know that I am here with you. I want to let you know that healing may be challenging, but it's so worth it. During this process, if you feel triggered, that is completely normal and okay. Give yourself some grace and compassion. Okay, let's see. I'm just skipping ahead just to read like select paragraphs. Newton's first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. That means that once you let go of something, something else will inevitably take its place. Stepping into the unknown is like Scorpio energy, which is the season in which I'm writing this section of this book. People tend to focus on the death part of Scorpio energy, since that sign tends to be associated with darkness and in the end. But it's important to remember that within death is rebirth. Death is the catalyst for transformation. The universe wants us to let go of our grip, and that catalyst and for transformation. Death is the catalyst for transformation. The universe wants us to let go of our grip, and that catalyst loosens it. Sometimes we romanticize the past, or we fixate on that person who should not have done that thing to us. We feel anger and resentment, but keep going back to the universal laws. What we feel, we attract. So it's in your best interest to do your part and heal the past so that you can move forward. We are meant to flow with life and extract the wisdom from each experience, and to not hold on and define ourselves based on what happened in the past. This is where the spiritual work comes in. If you began this process expecting rainbows and butterflies, that's not the whole story. The healing we do to put ourselves in the right place for manifestation is immensely fulfilling. But the act of bringing our dreams into reality also requires dark nights of the soul. The journey is all about unfolding the layers of who we are to find our unique essential truth. We are infinite beings in a temporary skin who have the capacity to create our lives. We just tend to forget that, either through social conditioning, heartbreak, or someone making us feel small. This journey is just as much about remembering who you are as it is about manifesting. You can't do one without the other. So, and I have like little anecdotal stories about this, but really, like, in any healing journey, we first have to acknowledge what has happened. And that's really hard because sometimes that means we have to go back in the past and relive those memories and then feel them. But again, we have to acknowledge in order to heal. We have to have awareness in order to heal. And so in this journey, that's why I always say, like, don't put your head in the sand. When these difficult times come about and the Hierophant shows us what we need to, the initiations and obstacles are meant to show us who we really are. So when we come up against these like friction points and we come up against these activating and triggering points, these live wires where we get triggered, right? And you can feel it in your body because the body keeps the score. You sit with that and you just keep asking why, and you keep going back until you get to the root cause of the trauma, which is very scorpionic energy. So like going back to our example with the scarcity mindset, if every time you have to like pay your bills or the topic of money comes up and anything that makes you feel a sense of lack or scarcity, ask yourself why. Where does that come from? Does that come from my parents? You know, like what about my parents? How did they view money? How did they feel about money? Did they say things like, it's really hard to, money's really hard to come by. You have to work really hard for money. Or like money was this elusive thing that your parents never talked to you about. And trust me, most people's parents did not talk to them about money. We didn't learn these things in school. So then you go back and say, okay, I can pinpoint where it came from. It was my parents always would fight about money. They would say money was hard to come by. They would have to work really hard for money. Or my parents said the money is the root of all evil. And then you realize, okay, that's the root. And that's what I absorbed as a kid growing up. And so when that trigger comes up, you literally feel it, allow that energy to move through your body, come back into the present moment, because again, these trigger points are bringing us back to the past because the body keeps the score. You come into the present moment, you sit with your body, and these are all things that my teacher Resma Menakem taught us about somatic healing. You take 4 deep breaths in, you hold, you take 4 deep breaths out. That's box breathing, and we can practice together tomorrow. And you just sit with yourself, you look around, you remind your body that you're safe, you touch your body, you remind yourself that you're safe. And you, again, first you allow that energy to flow through you, feel that sense of lack for like, you know, however long you need to. And then you calm your body down and you introduce a new thought. You say, I am provided for. Like I know deep within my soul, this is why this is spiritual work. My higher self is calming down my ego, because again, your ego is meant to keep you safe. You allow your higher self to start speaking to you and say, I am safe. The universe always provides. Money is just energy. Money flows to me. And this is how you start healing the scarcity mindset. This is how you start repatterning your body and your mind, because this full moon tomorrow is the final, like, I don't like to think that like the universe tests us, but this is something that we've been like moving through for the past year, since 2021, end of 2021 to 2022. And now it's like the final test, like the final full moon saying, are you changing? Are you going to change? And the way we change is through repetition and through somatic, like body literacy. Because, you know, everybody says we need to change. But how do you actually do that? It's through like what I just showed you. And this takes time and patience. So the exercise for today is to write down a memory from the past that you can't let go of, that you intend to let go of, and save this for the release ceremony in the coming days. The Go Deeper exercise is growth comes from discomfort. I hope you know that if you're going through a difficult time right now, you are on the cusp of giving birth to a new beginning. Watch the YouTube video of Rabbi Dr. Abraham Twersky talking about lobsters and growing through adversity. Take the time to be grateful and excited for the transition that you're about to go through, even if you feel scared or uncomfortable. And just to preview tomorrow's day 16, forgiveness. And again, like, this is how we create change. We take incremental steps to through repetition to change our state of being, and it takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of compassion for yourself. So as always, if you want to buy the book, the links are down below. It's available on Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, bookshop.org, and bookshop.org. I don't know why I can't speak today. I think because like I'm in a rush, I'm trying to leave. And IndieBound. If you want a one-on-one Reiki session with me or an astrology reading about your personal soul print, your blueprint for your life, or just the transits, those links are down below. I will never DM you for a reading. And yeah, this was short and sweet. I will elaborate more tomorrow on the full moon in Leo, and we'll do a little breathwork exercise and maybe do some release rituals. So I hope to see you there. Okay, bye.